Again, much tougher than our first guest.
He's been a paratrooper, an SAS sergeant major, a bodyguard to some of Hollywood royalty, and the chief instructor on Channel 4's SAS Who Dares Wins.
So, safe to say he has a story or two, and now he's sharing, not all of them, I imagine, but some of them on the road with this tour, always a little bit further. DS Billy Billingham, welcome back to the show. Good to have you, Billy.
It's an absolute pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Nice to see
Thanks
you.
for the invite.
Tell us about this, always a little bit further tour. So, how are you finding it this time around? Are you enjoying being out on the road?
Loving it, absolutely loving it, yeah. I mean, seeing new towns, new cities, getting to see our own country, which, you know, you generally don't get the time to do, so, and meeting brilliant people. The demographic is unbelievable, from 11-year-old to 80-year-old couples that turn up, and I'm just, yeah, I love it, real nice people.
Do you enjoy being on stage, though, or is that tougher than some of the things that I've just listed there?
You know, I never intended to do any of this.
Yeah.
It came about to help out with a charity gig, and I didn't know how I was going to sort of be, whether I'd be nervous or what was... I didn't even know what I was going to talk about at the time.
Yeah.
And then, no, I've just gravitated straight towards it, and I love it. I don't get nervous. I enjoy being up there, and I just, you know, get in the moment and just love it. It's brilliant.
And the SAS is notoriously secretive, right? There's this kind of unwritten pact, I suppose, you know, and I did that show back in the day on the BBC, and I met all the old kind of, all the old, you know, tough boys, and they'll sit around you and have a few drinks and they'll exchange some stories. But there's always a kind of a reserve, I suppose. And with the show as well, I guess you have to tread that quite carefully, don't you, what you can and can't say or what you want to say.
Yeah, you've got to be very careful of, you know, talking about operational stuff or training stuff, because there's stuff still going on today that I was involved in years and years ago. So you have to tread very careful. But the tour itself doesn't... I don't go into any of the military sort of stories as such. It's my life and what that was like and what that journey was like going into the...
What a life it is.
I mean, the journey itself, from being, like, 15 years old in Warsaw, stabbed, because you were rolling with the wrong people at the time.
Yeah, but, you know, I'm accountable. I was the wrong person as well. So you can't blame other people. That's the thing missing today.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was getting into trouble. I got stabbed.
Yeah. And then you found the cadets. Is that right? And a teacher you loved, essentially. Yeah.
Influential person, as I call it. It was just... I think that was even younger than that. I was about 11 years old. I found the cadets, and there was a light bulb moment for me. I realised I was never going to be academic. This is what I like. I love the discipline, the camaraderie. I loved what I was being taught. And I just thought, this has got to be me. Wherever my journey goes now, when I grow up, that's where I want to be. The military will...
important.
And it was my saviour.
Like you said, like whether it's a parent, whether it's a teacher, whether it's an influential... It's just so important to have that one person. I remember that Ian Wright... I don't know if you've seen that lovely clip with Ian Wright where he's looking out over Highbury, and then his old teacher, who he thinks is dead, turns up. It's a long time ago now. He thinks he's dead, and this guy turns up, and Ian just breaks down. He's the only man, really, that's ever believed in him. It's just such a beautiful moment. Yeah,
it really is. I mean... That's what this talk's all about. It's influential people on that journey. As a kid, you know, we all go a little bit rogue, but I went really rogue. But every now and again, somebody put me back on track. I had a boxing instructor for no other reason of putting time into me, because I stole his hat. He had no reason, but for some reason he did. Took the time of day to teach me respect and discipline. Then I found the cadets, and luckily, going a little bit left and right of that sort of straight journey, I ended up in the military, which was really my saviour. And it's funny you should say that, like Ian Wright's story, because I did a tour, this very tour last year. My instructor, my very first instructor from Tupara, a Scouse guy, absolutely phenomenal guy. The day I met him when I joined the army, I looked at him and I just thought, wow, I've got so much respect for that man. He's not even opened his mouth yet. And he turned up at my talk.
No!
It just made my year. Just to see him there. And he's an old man now, but you just think, you know what? He gave me the tools to become who I am today, so
and how about those moments then? So you find what you love to do and you're great at it as well. And it's kind of anything... You seem to be able to turn your hand to pretty much... Like, whether it's going up mountains, whatever it is, you can turn your hand to it. And then you come out of that and all of a sudden you have to go back into real life. And that's quite hard as well.
It was horrendous. Leaving the military after 27 years, you don't realise how institutionalised you are. And I didn't. You know, it was a tough time for me. I was going through a divorce at the time. The whole world was upside down. Now I've got to leave what I know and all I know and find a job. And then the job they gave me was the highest profile you can imagine. So I've gone from being under the radar, no one knows who I am, to stepping out and I have to work. But I'm now, instead of guns pointing at me, I've got cameras. And it was horrendous.
It's so funny you
I'd
say
have
that.
a gun pointing at me than a camera. That's crazy.
And is it easier if you're in the SAS to get to adjust to Civvy Street because you're able to get those better gigs? And is the support there for ex-servicemen now? Has it got better, do you think?
I'd like to think it is. I don't really know because I have a lot of people reach out to me. I don't think the support is still there that it should be at the level.
It's so hard to leave.
Yeah, it was. I mean, just registering at the dentist, I was like, I didn't. You know, you get used to. I know where the dentist is. I know how to get my food. I know where to get my equipment. And then you leave, and this whole new world. The regiment didn't really set me up for that at all because you're working at such a level.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of things get put in place for you that you don't realise, and it's all those small admin things that catch you out.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I moved into a flat on my own, and I'm now working. I'm on TV. I'm trying to hide from the cameras, trying to work out what I'm doing. It was awkward.
Yeah.
And then I've got a big bang on the door, and I open the door, and there's two meatheads stood there, telling me they're going to come and take my TV and my settee. I went, what are you talking about?
Did you commando that?
That's because you come over that threshold and it's game on.
Oh, man.
I'm going to do what I'm going to have to do.
Imagine being a bailiff rocking up to your house.
But, I mean, that is... But just occasionally things go a little bit wrong from being the tough guy as well, because I do know that you were a bodyguard to Brad and Angelina, is that correct?
Yeah.
And we do have pictures of you in girly sunglasses. Why? What happened?
You have the pictures?
No.
I'll tell you what happened. I mean, we were in New York and stayed at the Waldorf, and we just got smashed with the paparazzi. And it became a bit of a joke. And Brad used to say, hey, Mr. SAS guy, come on then, get me out of here without anybody seeing me. So we used to do all these little sort of, you know, distractions, and it was a bit of a giggle.
Yeah.
And we always did it, got away with it, and got them out. But this particular day, all the paparazzi were down at the front, so I went out, they did a deception, they were getting into the vehicle, and then blocked the view, got them out quickly, and we went down the back stairs. The back stairs are like this.
Yeah.
And we're giggling to each other. So the paparazzi are chasing two empty cars. They don't know that. So we come down the back, and they're in front, we're laughing, and I think, I better get in front of them just in case there is someone at the front. And we're just going to jump in a yellow cab. And I run down, and as I get past Brad, I lose control, and I end up gambolling down, smash my face off the side of the rail. I wake up, open my eyes, and I've got Brad Pitt's holding my head.
Cradling you.
Yeah, I'm looking and going...
Oh, just tell me that again, Billy. Just let me imagine that. Brad
You want to fall down some stairs?
What did he say to you?
I just looked at him and went, I'm your bodyguard. He goes, yeah, you ain't doing a very good job, are you? And I happened to wear Angie's glasses, these big, because I had this cut, and we were still out in front of the paparazzi. So
good.
Listen,
hilarious.
if anybody could pull it off, it'd be you. Big pair of girly sunglasses.
Thanks, Billy.
No
Thank
one's
you.
going to say it.
Great to see you.
Absolutely
Tickets for
amazing.
Billy's tour, always a little further, are available now. Brilliant.
Thank you.
Come along to it. I'm in London on the
love
18th.
to.
On the 18th.
Can I bring my boys, or is it...
Yeah, no, how old are the boys?
They're 8, the big one's
Bring
8.
them.
Is that good?
I won't swear.
They're used to that. Don't worry about that.
Well, I won't promise.
Straight.
Thank you so much for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every single day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the morning.